This video tells the emotional story of 18-year-old Michaela Johnson, a bright honor student whose life takes a dramatic turn after being involved in a robbery. Despite her strong academic background, supportive family, and clear signs of regret, she finds herself facing serious consequences for a decision that changed everything. The situation becomes even more intense because a young child was present during the incident, raising the stakes and highlighting the real danger of what happened. As the story unfolds, we hear about Michaela's struggles, her efforts to improve her life, and the people who stood by her side, hoping for a second chance. At the same time, the seriousness of the incident and its impact on others cannot be ignored. This creates a powerful contrast between who she was becoming and the mistake she made. In the end, this is not just about one moment, it's about choices, consequences, and how quickly life can change. It serves as a reminder that even a single decision can shape your future in ways you never expected.
Of 8 years in the prison, the state is opposing your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. They're taking certain items into consideration. All right. Did you all have a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
I did, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No.
Defense?
No, ma'am.
All right. State, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. I have Miss Alicia Franklin, Michaela's mom.
All right, Ms. Franklin. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, that nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. If you can state your name for the record.
Alicia Franklin.
All right, defense.
Miss Franklin, good morning.
Good morning.
You and I have spent a lot of time together regarding Michaela, is that correct?
Correct.
And you are aware that Michaela has accepted responsibility for a robbery here in Brick County.
Correct.
And today is the day that the judge can either send her to prison or entertain her application for probation or deferred adjudication.
Correct.
Ms. Franklin, let me just ask you, how old is Michaela?
As of now, she is 18. When the case started, she was 17.
And when did she turn 18?
November 3rd.
And where is she a student at?
At Roosevelt High School.
What grade is she in?
She's a senior.
And being in Roosevelt High School, has she made future plans, applied to any universities, or done anything at this point in her senior year?
Yes, she was accepted to UTSA, and we're pending.
Excuse me. Please whisper.
Say it again, ma'am.
She was accepted to UTSA, and we're pending the application for Clark Atlanta University.
Very good. And how is she doing in school?
She's doing good. She's on my honor roll. Right now she has all A's and perfect attendance since she's been out.
And did Michaela request a letter from one of her school counselors to offer to the court today?
She did.
Ron, I tendered this to the state for their review. At some point, you'd like for me to look at that, Judge.
All right, any objections to the court reviewing this? All right, you may continue.
Ms. Franklin, with regard to that letter, is it a positive review of how Michaela's doing at Roosevelt High School right now?
It is. Michaela's right now, since her release, she's at the best she's ever been. She's focused, she's serious about furthering her future for college, and she's on the right path.
I'd like to take you back to, I guess, the time around this offense. And before I do that, I want to ask you, are you a single mom?
I am.
Does Michaela have a father in her life who's active, or?
He's not active, not consistently.
And does she have any siblings?
She does. She has a brother and a sister from her father.
But living in your household is
No,
just you?
no one, just me and Michaela.
I want to take you back to around the time of the offense. Do you remember getting a call that Michaela had been locked up for some very serious offenses?
Yes, I do.
And can you tell the court what your response was?
that she needed to sit there. I left her in there. She needed to understand what she had done and take responsibility. I left her in there for 5 months before I bonded her out, so she could understand that she didn't do anything, it wasn't something small. She needed to understand exactly what she did and what she could look forward to. She needed to know what prison or their county was, what jail was.
And do you think those 5 months had a significant impact in her life?
Most definitely. I know for a fact she doesn't want to go back. She definitely has a true meaning of what jail is.
And was that your goal at that time?
That's definitely was my goal, because I could have bonded her out the same day or the next day. I mean, I could have got the financial means to get her out. So it was definitely my.
Miss Franklin, let me ask you, at the time when she was arrested, were there some behavioral problems that you picked up on?
Yeah, there was, but I thought she was just being a rebellious teenager. I didn't realize she was like depressed and had low self-esteem until she had suicidal thoughts. I took her to Little Ridge, but they let her out and she did a little counseling here and there. So I thought she was just being more rebellious to herself. I honestly didn't know it was mental health issues there, but once I did know, I've gotten her help.
What mental health issues have you discovered regarding your case?
Definitely depression, low self-esteem. We've been going through exercises with the counseling sessions. And me, myself, just trying to boost her up and get her on the right path to feel good about herself.
And do you think you're on a positive path right now?
Most definitely we are.
She's back living at home?
She lives at home. Our relationship is really good. She's more open. We actually have conversations about how she's feeling, and I think we're on a really good path.
And that's different than what it was before the.
Most definitely. She would stay to herself more, lock herself up in her room. Just for me, what I thought was normal teenage stuff, but evidently it was a little deeper than that.
Ms. Franklin, you own a business. Would you tell the judge what you do for a living?
I do. I'm a salon, a hair salon in San Antonio.
And have you and Michaela talked about her interest in working in the salon?
Yes, but actually before this she did. She was my assistant, and to be honest, I need her back as an assistant, but she wants to be a barber, and to get her through college. It'll be something for her to fall back on. And I can, I'm also an instructor, so she can get some of her hours through me.
As this story comes to a close, it leaves behind a powerful message about how quickly life can change with just one decision. Michaela Johnson's journey is both emotional and thought-provoking, showing a young person with dreams, talent, and potential, yet facing the consequences of a serious mistake. It highlights the reality that even good people can make choices that lead them down difficult paths. What makes this moment even more impactful is the contrast between who she was becoming and the situation she found herself in. Her story is not just about regret, but also about reflection, growth, and the hope that one day she can rebuild her life stronger than before. In the end, this serves as a reminder to think carefully about the choices we make, because they can shape our future in ways we never imagine. It's a lesson about responsibility, consequences, and the importance of staying on the right path, no matter the challenges.